What's up? This is Tom Froming from Twins Daily. This is episode 3 of my Twins off-season primer. Listen, the time for development is over, okay? It's over. This organization is at the point in its competitive cycle where the primary goal needs to be success at the major league level. And there are going to be developmental items that are going to need to be sacrificed to focus on that success. Advancing in the postseason is really all that matters. I've talked about this in videos leading up to the end of this 2020 season about how, the regular season, winning the division, these things are nice. It really doesn't push you anymore. You've done this. We've been here. It's time to go further than that. It's time to take a step forward. It's time to take an all hands on deck mentality. Royce Lewis is 21. Alex Kirilloff will be 23 next month. Trevor Larnach is already 23. Jordan Balazovic is 22. Joan Duran will be 23 in January. These kids aren't teenagers, okay? Those guys are all young, yes. They're all young, but it would not be outrageous to get these guys up in the major leagues next season contributing. I expect Ryan Jeffers, who's 23, and Brent Rooker, who's going to be 26 next month, to definitely be on the team regardless. But that top 5, Lewis, Kirilloff, Larnach, Balazovic, Duran, is who I want to focus on right now. Do any of those guys have a clear path to playing time? Well, that depends on the Eddie Rosario question. As we discussed in an earlier video, I think they should try to bring him back. So then the answer would be no. Should a path be cleared? I don't think so. And I said that in these first 2 episodes of this series. I'd still like to see these guys get major league time regardless, in some capacity. I don't want to see another scenario in which the Twins find themselves in the postseason and they need to call a guy up who has no experience. That was crazy. That was crazy to see Alex Kirilloff make his major league debut in what ended up being an elimination game in the postseason. Get these guys up, get them acclimated, okay? Give them some opportunities to shine when it's not the most pressure-packed situations that you can basically imagine. When the stakes are low, if they take off, hey, great. You can kind of work something similar to the Jonathan Scope, Luis Arraez situation, as we kind of hinted at earlier. If they fall on their faces, hey, you can take solace in the fact that you didn't open up any room for them. It seems like a win-win. Some people might argue that this could hinder the overall development of some of these prospects. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's possible. You could end up kind of screwing with some of these guys. Again, I don't the way this organization is right now. I don't care. Okay. If you feel like these guys are your top talents, and they could potentially contribute at the major league level, like I'm not going to worry that much about service time or options or 40-man roster implications to a certain degree. That could end up working out very poorly and looking real bad in the long run. But I would focus on the here and now. Royce Lewis. This guy's pretty raw, but he's athletic enough to play just about anywhere. He has some familiarity, obviously primarily a shortstop, which, Jorge Polanco didn't look very good. I know he has a multi-year deal, but, it's not, he doesn't cost that much. It wouldn't be a terrible thing if Royce Lewis was to come up and take his job, essentially. But Royce has the ability to play second, third, center field. He has experience at those positions. And again, he's definitely athletic enough to play those. Unless the Twins are going to have a big project like trying to overhaul his swing, Royce Lewis, that project you would want to give him some more minor league time for sure. Other than that, why not? Why not give this guy a shot at the major league level and see what happens? As a utility guy playing multiple positions, you can't tell me that Rocco Baldelli can't find him playing time. Rocco Baldelli is a master at keeping guys fresh and finding opportunities for players. And if you get Royce Lewis to the point where you're comfortable at playing him potentially at 4 or 5 different positions, you're going to find him playing time. If an injury opens a door for an expanded role at a particular position, then you've got him up and you've got him acclimated again to that position. He's played it a little bit at the major league level. Not only Kirilloff playing his major league debut in Game 2 of this wild card round, we saw Luis Arraez play outfield basically for the first time ever at the major league level in 2019. So it's like, let's get working towards getting these guys up and acclimated and getting into some roles. That same logic on Royce Lewis can kind of trickle down to all 5 of those guys, the 4 other guys as well, to some degree. And, in this 60-game season that was just played, the Twins divided up a total of 28 starts, so almost a half season's worth of starts at first base, left field, and right field to Marwin Gonzalez, Lamont Wade Jr., and Jake Cave. No offense to those guys. Those are all legit major leaguers. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But ceiling-wise, those guys, well, I mean, Alex Kirilloff started over those guys. So if you thought Alex Kirilloff was better than those guys for the postseason, which the Game 2 lineup would suggest, you had 28 out of 60 games, 28 starts went to those guys at first base, left field, or right field, all positions that Alex Kirilloff can play. Why couldn't you found him some time in the regular season to break him in, get him comfortable? I don't want to see that same mistake happen in 2021. On the screen, you'll see a link to a playlist in which you can watch all the previous episodes, and eventually future episodes will be added to that as well. So check those out. For more Twins talk here on YouTube, please consider subscribing. Again, this is Tom. Thanks for checking this out. We'll talk again soon.